Hey guys, welcome to Ask Jaclyn. I'm Jaclyn St. James. Today, Robbie from Portland, Maine asks, are there any secrets to anal sex? I'm a bottom and I'm kind of really new to it. Well, Robbie, there really are no secrets to anal sex. God, I wish there was, but there's not. But I can give you a few tips. The anus really isn't meant to be entered. But don't get me wrong, humans aren't really meant to fly either. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that you have to bear these little facts in mind. One should be very gentle when experimenting with these things. An important example is never ever try it on your lover for the first time without them expecting it. I mean, especially if we're talking about penetration with a penis, or similar like a I hate the word, but I'll use it, dildo. Anyway, or a large object. Trust me on this. Please, if you've ever had a really big, hard BM, a bowel movement, that was really painful, there's nothing compared to being caught off guard by this. Not only are there better ways to go about it, but you may never get the chance to try it again. Even if they're upset enough, you'll never get a chance to do it again. Okay, so that's doom and gloomy enough. I think it's now for some more useful information. Okay, for most anal sex, there are a few positions which make it easier to access your, and I hate to use the word but access your ass. We're adults, we can use these words. These generally apply to analingus, actual anal sex, and even using fingers. Though with fingers, almost any sexual position might work if both parties enjoy it. Okay, the most basic is for your lover to be on their back, legs spread, knees pulled up, kind of like a woman in stirrups. You know, when she's getting ready to pop out a kid. Okay, put a pillow or two under their ass. This is a big help. This is easily overlooked all the time. In one way, this is the most awkward of positions, but it can be the easiest for your lover. Another is for your lover to be on their elbows and knees as for doggy style sex. This is easier for access, but it also tends to require your lover to tighten their ass muscles a bit. This may work better if your lover has some support under their chest and belly to lean on so they can relax more, and possibly even so they can lean forward a little, extending their legs out to the side behind them, which might put things at an easier angle for access. A third position, I can't stand this one, but a third position is for them to be on their side. Their legs need to be in a scissor position, perhaps the upper leg extended in front of them, and the other straight down as if they were standing. Okay, being clean, as always, this matters more to some people than others, but in this case, it's a more popular issue than with just about any other kind of sex, for obvious reasons. First, having bathed more recently than your last BM is a good idea. It's a good idea to have a BM an hour or so before to ensure that nothing is encountered during any penetration. Unless you're into that, I suppose. To some people, enemas or douche may seem like overkill. I prefer it. Or even to be grosser than not having one at all before anal sex anyway. But they certainly do bear mention, let me tell you. In case this sounds like a good idea to you, feeling comfortable with things like cleanliness are potentially very important. This is especially worth considering an actual penis penetration, since one gets a lot deeper than even most diligent bathing process is going to be able to clean. But it is still not a really common practice, even for actual penetration. Of course, a few people even find enemas to be sexually exciting themselves. I don't foresee that, but some people do. Preferences. But that's a whole nother episode. You want to make sure he and you are very well lubricated. The ultimate lubricate is oil-based. However, I strongly do not recommend it, for it is a threat to a condom, and you should be wearing a condom all the time. I'm 100% all about condom use, especially in today's world and society. The best I would say would be a silicone base, and then the last I would say would be a water-based. I prefer water-based myself. I'm all about easy clean and great feeling, so I recommend, it's called System JO. They do now have an anal JO system, whatever you want to call it, base lube. It washes off easily, there's no residue, but again, it's all about preferences. Some men like to prefer what I like to call analingus, which is basically using your tongue. What exactly to do? Tongue at anus. varies a lot from person to person. Some prefer a light flicking, gently licking around the center or gently pushing at it. Some prefer a deep probing with your tongue held rigid and pushed firmly inside. Another method is to widen your tongue to apply pressure over the entire outside area. This is often much more stimulating than you'd imagine. Trust me. Trust me. Another good idea is to try firmly licking or even sucking on the perineum. That's the taint. That's the area between the anus and the genitals. On a guy, this is especially useful because it indirectly stimulates both their balls and their prostate. Big factor, as with all of this, is your partner. The more they can relax, the better. This means both their mind and their sphincter or ass, the part about making what feels, but it's not, a push, but like when you relax your anus to have a BM is a huge help. Again, not a real push as one might do when they're constipated or in a hurry, just the relaxation of muscles, which is actually what many people do when they're having a bowel movement. No amount of lubricant is too much, either if there is any concern about pain. The big key in getting through this is the initial penetration of the bulge of the penis head. Getting past the actual anus muscle, the sphincter muscle, once this is passed, sliding in, if at the right angle, should be nearly painless. There are guys, though, whose penises is shaped in such a way that it still gets wider along the shaft, and believe me, every penis is different. They're like snowflakes. Trust me on this one. But for the average penis, which is about the same width all the way down, except for the head or glands, the difficult part is past once the head is inside. Once you've done the full penetration thing a few times with your lover and the penetrate-e is getting to the point where relaxation is easy and pain is not really an issue, you can consider trying more unusual positions and methods. Okay, that's enough for now. Okay, so I do hope this helps you on your adventure ride in the bedroom. Thanks for watching Ask Jaclyn this season, and I'll be back in September with more answers to your awesome questions on the next Ask Jaclyn.